Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. My name is Bigly Shrunk and I know this is quite a different sort of video today, but since the gameplay trailer dropped for Insomniac's Spider-Man 2, a game I am very excited for and cannot wait to play on the channel for you guys, I thought it'd be a fun idea to give you guys a wish list of things that I want to see in the game. But before we do that, if you are new to my channel and like this video or like any other content I do, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a ton knowing you are enjoying this content, thus further encouraging me to create more content like this for you guys. But let's get started. So first off, I want to talk about the suits I want to see. Spider-Man is known for the many different suits that you can trade and switch out throughout the gameplay to enhance your experience. Now the first suit I would love to see that everyone is talking about, of course, is the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. This suit alone is sheer perfection and it is quite spectacular. I mean, it's what everyone wants in a Spider-Man suit, and all the mods have been released yet, and so many mods have come out. Like, it's crazy. The developers of those mods do a fantastic job, so if they can do a good job, so can everyone else. It truly is spectacular. The next suit I would love to see is the Superior Spider-Man suit. Now, for those who don't know, the Superior Spider-Man takes place in a time where Peter Parker has died and Dr. Otto Octavius takes over Peter Parker's body. Now, after experiencing subconsciously his trauma and his memories, Otto devotes his life to becoming a better Spider-Man than Peter Parker was, hence the Superior Spider-Man suit. It is very nice. I'm always a sucker for the black and red color scheme. However, I was not really a big fan of the MCU black and white color scheme, but this is amazing. Now the next suit we like to talk about, speaking of the MCU, is the MCU final suit we see at the very end of Spider-Man No Way Home. The perfect red and blue suit. It is quite, I remember seeing this in the theater and thinking, how could they ever top this for the MCU? It is the second most perfect Spider-Man suit we've ever seen. I love the bright and shininess of it. It truly does symbolize the friendliness of the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And I am so excited to see it in a future Spider-Man film, let alone this game. The next suit, moving on, is a personal favorite of mine that I was quite surprised we didn't get in the first game, and that is the Cosmic Spider-Man suit, or also known as Captain Universe Spider-Man. Now this takes place in a time when Captain Universe was giving up his powers to Peter Parker to help him in a very serious matter, granting Spider-Man cosmic power. Now I just love the overall space theme around the blue, and the white is a chef's kiss touch. And I love the little hint. It's almost like, it reminds me of the Flash's costume, but the cowl part that just shows the regular red and black webbing pattern to symbolize that this still is the Spider-Man that we know and love. Granted, these cosmic powers did not last for a very long time. They were only temporary, but the storyline surrounding it is still cool nonetheless. And I just hope we get it in this game, since we did not get it in the last. Another one that I'm quite surprised they did not add is Web Slinger, or otherwise known as Cowboy Spider-Man. Now this is a Spider-Man that takes place in the Western times, and he is a bit different because, again, he doesn't really have a sleek Spider-Man suit. It's a very Clint Eastwood inspired, with the poncho, the bandana, the cowboy hat, the long grizzled hair. Again, just screams old Western, and this town is not big enough for the two of us. I would love to see that, and I would also kind of love to see a different sort of suit power involving this as well, including a gun thing, just a quick like burst of 3 rounds just to weaken your enemy. That would be the only suit power. Up next is, of course, Spider Cop. We gotten so many jokes about it in the previous game, so I think it's only right that we get it in this next video game. And it has been confirmed that Spider Cop is a real person, given by this comic panel right here. It's just amazing. I love the Spider Cop concept. It was such a funny joke, and I loved it when they brought him back at the end of the game, and Yuri and Peter were just laughing about it. It was such a wholesome moment, and I would love to see us swinging around as Spider Cop. The next one, now I didn't want to dive too deep into the symbiote suits because that would just be insane to get into. But the one symbiote suit I would love to see is the Spider-Man 3 black suit. It's iconic. It got a lot of hate at first, but it really aged so well, and it's so menacing. Even though it's just the original Spider-Man design from the Raimi trilogy, it just recolored and maybe some tweaks here and there, but it is so menacing. They changed the eyes to make him more sharp and angled, to make him look more mean and dangerous. I would love to be kicking some butt in this suit. Now, the final suit I want to get into is the Civil War concept suit. Now, for those of you who probably don't know, in Captain America Civil War, Spider-Man's suit had a couple of different changes. It wasn't originally the sleek, smooth design we always had. They started out with this idea of a rubber-esque suit, very reminiscent of the Raimi trilogy. It was very thick fabric, and I just loved the raised webbing, the thick black webbing, and that Ditko inspired spider. I love it. Just the arms, everything about it was amazing. And it was nice. It was a nice first concept that I'm surprised they got rid of, honestly. I would have preferred that over the current Stark suit. Now we're going to move on to the gameplay I would like to see. As far as gameplay-wise content and stuff to do, there are many different things I would love to see. But just kick it off with the obvious one. I would love to see a boss battle between Miles Morales and Peter Parker's Spider-Man. As you can see in the gameplay trailer that dropped, Spider-Man, when he has the symbiote suit, he is more menacing, more violent. He doesn't care as much. And as you can see that when he saves a civilian and just kind of tosses him to the ground, and Miles is like, hey, what's that about? And at the end of the gameplay trailer, he says, he's never like that. He's never mean like that. I could just picture it now. Peter Parker is about to do something so rash that Miles stops him, and in a fit of rage, Peter fights back, leading to a boss fight. I'm thinking of this being early on or mid gameplay, just to teach us how to combat the symbiote for an eventual final boss, perhaps, against Venom. The next thing I would love to see is when it comes to doing just regular spider work, I would love to see more of Spider-Man saving people and less of Spider-Man fighting people. In the first game, majority of crimes were crimes. We saved people from car wrecks, but that immediately resulted in finding the people who caused it and beating them down. But I would love to see just a simple car crash, people saving people. You know, a car crash doesn't need to be something caused by thugs or a burning building. Let's take it back to the Sam Raimi trilogy. There was so many amazing fire scenes where they just saved so many amazing people. And I would just love to see, because that's honestly more, Spider-Man is more than just beating up criminals. Spider-Man is saving people. So I love, and it would make me feel good about being Spider-Man. I would love to just simply see Spider-Man save people other than just simply stopping crime, but saving civilians. This one's kind of a funny one, but in a side mission, I would love to see one involving notorious Spider-Man villain, the Walrus. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Walrus is a Spider-Man villain from the golden age of Spider-Man, and he's just someone that is not taken seriously at all. He truly is just a laughing stock of the Marvel Spider-Man's rogue gallery. He's beaten so easily, but I would just love to see a simple side mission, just a short one that doesn't take too long, but something just to get a laugh out of. The walrus would be an amazing addition, and it would be such an amazing detail for hardcore Spider-Man fans. Up next, I would love to see better Mary Jane missions. The stealth missions I did not mind too much. Now I know that's a hot take because a lot of people did not really care for those missions at all, and it got repetitive a little bit and some of them irritating, especially when I got caught. But I think we could do much better with Mary Jane's character in this next Spider-Man game, including the missions, not just stealth, but maybe we could do some research missions with them perhaps, or maybe she can be a reporter mission. That would be super, super cool. And speaking of being a reporter, I would love to see scenes with an in-person J. Jonah Jameson. I'm surprised we didn't get any in the first game. Again, the podcast and the talk show was amazing. I love every little bit. I have each audio from each podcast episode saved into my game file for the first Spider-Man, and oh my gosh, it's so fun to look at. Up next, I would love to see more classic villains, if they can be side missions or part of the quote-unquote Sinister Six, perhaps, and the new Sinister Six. But I would love to see just classic Spider-Man villains, even if it's quick, Mysterio, Sandman, or anyone else from Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery that we haven't seen before. That would be so much fun. And finally, for the love of God, no Screwball, please. I hated this character so much. She was pointless and just straight up irritating. It was the worst experience I had playing this game. Screwball is not a character that should be in this game. Just please, Insomniac. But that does it for my Spider-Man 2 wish list. If you enjoyed, again, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoyed this new type of content, let me know. I do love talking about all this stuff. But if you guys enjoyed, thank you guys so much. It does truly mean the world. And I will catch you guys in the next video.